Okay, guys, David with Twice Diecast. We got to get up early. Las Vegas is on the entire other side of the country. Let's head to Diecast Supercon 2023. All right, while we are flying there, I'm going to talk a little bit about the convention. This is the first time that I've met one of my hosts, Mark from Diecast Breakdown. We're going to get together, do some streaming out there, bringing you guys some content. I hope you guys caught it. This video is going to air after the convention, after everyone's back. Quick, not a quick flight, not as quick as it is in this video, but as soon as you land, guys, you don't even get to your baggage before they throw some slot machines at you to try and get you to lose your money in Vegas. That is just what it's all about out here. Beautiful city, tons to do. I'm not going to gamble a whole lot. Let's hit the convention. We're at the hotel. I'm getting checked in, and then my wife and I were going to head out and take in some of the sights before the convention cranks up the following morning. Like I said, Vegas is like no other place probably in the world rather. Everything is top notch. This is like just the amount of detail on your way to a restaurant inside a casino. Of course, the casino floor itself is immaculate. This place is like a maze, tough to get out. A lot of walking, not a lot of walking on the streets though. Check out this traffic. This was pretty typical. So instead of getting down there trying to figure out how to time all that, we opted for the monorail system. That's what I was trying to say. That takes you about 20-30 feet over the city, avoid all the traffic. Really cool on this evening. Sunset behind the buildings, behind the casinos with the mountains in the background. Perfect way to take it in after a long day of traveling to get there. Did not mind this at all. On our way to dinner, thought we would eat at a restaurant right across from the Bellagio Hotel. If you guys have seen Ocean's 11, you remember those fountains going off at the end of that. Pretty famous place to visit in Vegas. So I thought I would post up here, take in the fountains, and give you an idea of some of the other stuff that was going on at the show. So we really wanted to try and do a live stream from the show. I thought that would be cool. We all thought that would be cool for you viewers. This is Eddie Castro, art director at Maesto, and he had a little booth. We actually got to crash his booth, set up our gear, and do a live stream of Diecast Breakdown from his art booth. And that's the kind of thing that these conventions are just so cool about, just having all these types of activities. Had a car show Saturday morning. They started rolling in about 5:30 in the morning, waking everybody up with their crazy engines. And if you think, David, that was just a bunch of Dodge Challengers and Chargers. No, it was more than that. Hot Wheels was here. Some dude with a McLaren was here. Hot Wheels had a massive presence. It's not a Hot Wheels official show, but they were here in force with all kinds of designers and reps. And there was a lot of other cool exotics. Head over to Dotson Man Diecast's channel to get some footage of that car show. That'll be up soon. So the following morning, Thursday, I got pretty hyped up, went down, sneaked a peek at the showroom floor before it was officially open. Had to go get my badge, had to get in line. We'll watch these fountains just for a minute. They're too cool to miss if you've never seen them. And then we'll head into the show. All right, so as you head in, you take a pedestrian bridge across the road to the convention center next door to the hotel. This was the shortest line all weekend. Normally it was at least to where I'm standing now, if not behind me around the corner. As you wait in line, you'll see signage. And I know it looks like we're on Mars, but it's just pink tint on the window. But it does bring up a good point. How cool is Vegas? You think it's in the middle of a desert out here, and there are snow-capped mountains right off in the background. Just a really special place. I can see the appeal of why people love coming here. Something for everything. Like I said, signs telling you that people can sell in their hotel rooms, and people write down their hotel rooms and what they've got. Twice Diecast, what we were going to bring to the table. I brought a few little things, but I want to show you my neighbor across the hall. This is a good example of the type of selling that goes on in the rooms. So every floor, about every other room, had diecast for sale. So you walk in, it's just like a mini diecast convention that you would go to where you are locally. So whatever that collector has is what he's got. You can trade, you can buy, you can barter, you can walk around holding your beer while you're shopping for diecast. It's really a unique environment for a diecast collector to attend. I found a few things right out of the gate. I was buying cars before I even got onto the convention floor. I'll show you why. I am from Shreveport, Louisiana, and I had to come all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada to find a police car from Matchbox with Shreveport on it. That was pretty cool. That was always going home with me. Pop back in the room, drop that off, and then I decided it was time to put on my badge and get into the convention. So I'll shut up for a second, let you guys see what all is going on in the rooms. When you want to buy diecast after the show ends at night, you just go from room to room, and I'll let you see what an example of what is there. All right, let's get up in here and see what's going on in the actual convention. So there are 2 levels, and this is at this location. It's not going to be like this at everyone. I promise you all these tables get full as the day goes on, and by Saturday, every space that had table space on it is covered with cars or toys. So unique thing about this convention, it kind of moves into a hybrid, like a toy diecast show starting on Saturday. So Thursday and Friday, it is just 100% diecast collectors. Saturday, they start adding some toy vendors, which is cool. Lots of crowds, just an event. So of course, you diecast collectors want to know, what are the prices like? Are you getting your head ripped off? Are there scalpers? Are there people being fair? Are there people that are willing to trade? Yes, the answer is yes. Whatever your question was, yes, they're all there. I'd encourage you to do a full pass on the whole floor before you buy something. If you think your price that you're looking at is a little iffy, the guy beside you might have it for half price, might have it for twice as much. You just never know. How about this cool display company that was there at the show? Got some love for the short cards here. These acrylic screw tight displays, even for RLCs. Pretty cool idea. Talk about absolutely keeping your holy grails secure and safe. We'll do a flyover of some other stuff. You can see a lot of people making content. This is a big show, guys. There were some big names, some heavy hitters in the entertainment industry. A lot of guys my age will recognize some of the names I'm about to throw out. How about that guy? You guys recognize him? That was Derek from Honest Diecast. If you follow his channel, you'll see more from him later on my channel as well. But going back to who all was here, we had some of the Dukes. We had Daisy and Luke Duke. We had Eric Estrada from Chips. We had tons of Fast and Furious actors. And again, like I was mentioning earlier, lots of people from Hot Wheels, especially the design part of the company, and just running into people from different diecast companies was such a treat for me. Diecast Breakdown was well represented. We had Mark, Dotson Man Diecast, and myself, 2 of the hosts. Speaking of hosts, we'll get back to Diecast Breakdown, but House of Cars was pretty much the host of the event. They put on the event. There's Thoughts of Man Diecast. We have got House of Cars is a company out of New Mexico, I believe. I think they might have just opened another Diecast store in California. They put on this event. They have all these convention cars. They have all the different diecast makers doing convention cars for the show. You've got Greenlight, you've got Maisto, you have got M2, Auto World. It's just amazing that they are able to get, there's some Johnny Lightning convention cars, or Snake and Mongoose. Yeah, they are convention cars right there. And you'll see Nuclear Mines, that logo on some of the packaging as well. You'll see them later. Super cool, innovative customizers, husband and wife couple. So House of Cars puts on the event. You've got all these different diecast companies doing collaborations with House of Cars for the convention, and it's just an amazing opportunity to load up on some really unique vehicles. There you got Auto World right there. I don't know if I mentioned them. Probably did. Here is some Maisto stuff, again with Nuclear Mines. And it's just cool to see all these logos that you see on packaging, and you meet the people that are the brains behind the logo and who they are and their story, and you get to know them. And that's what I love about this convention. A lot of the decision makers in our collector community are at these places and accessible to talk to and meet. For example, if you want to talk to somebody at Maisto, how about their art director, Eddie Castro? He is art director for Maisto and Barago. Here's his booth. Mark and I got to hang out with him, get to know him. I'll tell you, Chuck, our third host, made these custom cars for us to pass out at the show, and it was amazing. Check out Eddie opening a Diecast Breakdown official convention car for the convention, and as a fellow artist, he absolutely was in love with the car. Check it out. So these are done by Chuck, formerly of Flying Valiant Custom Builds on YouTube. You guys love his stuff. Check it out.
That's bitchin', man.
Yeah, this is our official Diecast Breakdown Supercon van.
Very cool.
Chuck weathered that.
Nice like patina look on there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Free diecast Supercon 23.
Creeper van look.
Yeah, man.
All right, man.
I love it.
Awesome. Here's how you find Eddie to take a look at his art. Scan that. I don't know if it'll work on this video. You can put it in there. All right, let's do some more peg hunting. We got loads to show. I got a long list of stuff I want to tell all you guys. So as we just look through car after car after car, I might shut up and take a sip of water and let you guys do some shopping while I get ready to tell you about the next cool thing that is coming up in the video. All right, any Hot Wheels fan will know that there are loads of Fast and Furious cars out there. Well, if you had brought them, you could have gotten a lot of the actors from the movie to sign whatever car they drove in the movie. Just such a cool aspect to the convention, having that FaceTime with the actual people that we love in these movies is really cool. And it doesn't go, I mean, it's not just for movie stars. There's other content creators out there that are doing things that we recognize as we watch our YouTube videos. I'm going to pause the video here for a second and point out that this was a live stream with Auto World, SRT Jovita, and Mike, our MC. And you can see we gave the guys from Auto World a diecast breakdown custom as well. They loved it. And our MC, none other than Mad Mike. You guys know him from Pimp My Ride, from Galpin Sports, from even MTV if you're old like me. Check it out. We gave him a car as well.
It is amazing. Look at that. Look at the detail.
Diecast breakdown.
Look at that detail. This is
Look at the detail.
The detail is amazing.
Mike, love the energy you brought to the show. And don't feel bad for SRT Jovita. She was there on the panel as well. She got a custom as well. Looking forward to linking up and getting her on the show. Diecast Breakdown, would love to have her as a guest one day. We're going to make that happen. Back to more shopping. We have got some more vendors setting up. We got some of the toy guys setting up their booths as well. Sam Ed Wheels, you guys know them. Maple Leaf Custom, Andrew in Switzerland uses them exclusively for his customs. They make awesome wheels. We got some Funko Pops showing up. We've still got plenty of cars, guys. Don't worry. We're just adding to it. We're just adding the same amount of cars, and now we've got some really cool Star Wars stuff as well interspersed into the show. I am thinking that we have got, we're going to show some of the celebrities that were coming in, and they were there on Saturday to do autographs. So here's what I was talking about with a lot of the Hot Wheels art brain trust here. Some of the designers. How cool is it to meet the designer of one of your favorite castings? There was a few faces that look familiar. Maybe you guys recognize this next guy, Brendan Vatuski. I don't know where you might have seen him before on our show. Just think about it. We've got more Hot Wheels folks. I'm just going to go down the list. If you have a favorite casting and you see your designer, then maybe that'll encourage you to look into going to the show next time. They were all here, guys. We'll get into some of the Fast and Furious folks as well, and then we'll do more shopping here in just a moment. This was a cool vendor. We had somebody just load up on Japanese candy and sodas if you needed a little break. We have got a lot of art, a lot of artists here, especially the diecast artists. The customizers were just second to none. So we're going to keep looping around the bottom floor here. I don't even know if I got a lot of footage on this video of the second floor, but I promise you there was stuff up there too. In fact, I know this will be a two-part video, so I will show a little bit more and the rest of the stuff in the second video. So don't worry. Let's look at some M2 square bodies. Here's an example of reasonable pricing. That's a pretty hot 2-pack, $20. It's the same at every show. If you are missing it in your collection, good place to fill in some gaps. It wasn't just main lines and stuff you could find at Target. They did have some pretty high dollar red lines. We had some show exclusives. Here we've got some Elite 64s. A lot of RLC, a lot of convention cars, and just stuff. I always find something I've never seen, and maybe I've seen this Atari set in the past, but I did not remember it. Almost walked away. Then I thought, you know what, I'm going to document this. These are too cool not to look at. I started out on Atari, if you can believe that. Most of you guys probably have no idea what an Atari is. But it was the start of everything. Let's see. Pop Shack. I don't remember. Obviously, he's going to have some pops, but I remember he did have a little bit more diecast than I thought he would, thankfully. And here's another example. Remember I was saying how you get to meet the people that influence our hobby? Homies was created by Eddie Castro, the guy that we just saw earlier. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. You never know who is walking next to you at these conventions. We'll fly through these pops. I'm not a big pop collector. In fact, I am not a pop collector. But we will move on to some more cars here shortly. You can see we've got scales, different scales available. In fact, you could grab some Fast and Furious stuff in a bigger scale and go right next door and get it signed. It's pretty cool to have that option. How about a pretty rad Thundercats tank from back in the day? Okay, more Hot Wheels. We got some pretty avid sellers here. Wanted to get a little screen time. Said I would show off some of their wares. Hopefully they sold a lot of that. You can see they are apparently pretty good at finding chase pieces. So props to them for getting out there and hunting. Reminds me of Derek at Honest Diecast. You saw him earlier, one of the best hunters we got in our community. Out there hustling to find those chase pieces. Some retro Star Wars, retro G.I. Joe. $800 for that Star Wars. Can't say much. We would probably spend $800 on that Holy Grail Hot Wheels if we had the chance and if we had the money. So get in where you fit in is what I say. The convention itself is pretty cool, offering discounts for food for collectors. Now remember, this hotel is blocked off, like it is reserved for the actual convention. So they acknowledge all the collectors there, encouraging them to stay there, eat, and oh man, here we go. I don't always expect to see the kind of stuff that I like to collect at these shows. Usually, you guys know, if you're honest, it's mainly Hot Wheels, mainly Matchbox, and that's cool. They're fun to look at. This is my stuff here. We have some mini GTs. We got N064, Tarmac Works, Time Micro, all the brands that I am buying online when I can. And this is a dude that has a store, I believe, near Phoenix, Arizona, maybe Glendale, if I remember right. And he's got all these brands. He's got the stuff that we like on this channel. As I was filming, this is where I literally just had to stop filming. He stopped me in my tracks and I had to get out my wallet and buy some cars. I'll show you what I got on the next video, but I wanted to show you just an amazing assortment of some premium diecast that we love here on Twice Diecast. So Kaito House, lots of Tarmac Works. This dude was so cool and worked with me that I ended up giving him one of our diecast breakdown customs. He opened it up, he displayed it the entire day, or excuse me, the rest of the convention. So 4 days he displayed our diecast custom, and there is his contact information. Give him a shout. All right, that's going to do it for video 1. We'll do several. This is David at Twice Diecast. I hope you've enjoyed getting a peek of Diecast Supercon 2023.